So I came back to check on my villagers, and I found that one of the adults is missing. And I was just walking around behind here to see if he somehow glitched out or something. And I was walking around here, and I heard someone go, huh? And I looked up, and there he is. I have no idea how he got there, and how I'm gonna get him back even. I'm afraid if I break one of those blocks, one of the others are gonna come out, but let's see what it does. So I'm gonna have to break this. Again, no idea how he got there. Buddy. Oh, fantastic. Maybe it's because there's nothing there in the corner. I don't know. Looks like we're gonna get another baby even. Aha! Must have missed each other. I was walking around my base I'm looking for some jungle biomes to collect bamboo, and saw this. It's a really nice structure generated here with the savanna trees up there. Looks really nice. Anyway, I have found another interesting structure right here in the middle of a village, and it's just a piece of a ravine right in the middle of a path. So this is basically just a path block for 2x2, just straight down. Some real interesting stuff going on here. So the next step in this experiment is to build some automatic crop farms, and the design I decided to go with is based on one by El Mango, and what it basically does is you have a villager in the middle standing on top of a hopper, and you trap him inside a minecart hopper. So, and around that, in these triangular areas, are gonna be farmer villagers, and the blocks I mined out there is gonna be walls. So what's gonna happen is the farmers are gonna basically farm the crops, and once they have enough, once in a while, hopefully interact with the villager trapped in the middle and throw it some crops, hoping to mate with it. But they're gonna be blocked by the glass blocks in the middle, and the minecart hopper is going to intercept the crops and suck it into the hopper beneath, and then eventually all the crops will make its way to a chest by the way of hoppers, where I can get it out. That's the idea anyway. I have no idea if it's going to work. It's not an exact copy of the design that I was looking at. Truth be told, I didn't even watch the entire video. I just think I skimmed through it and got the basic idea. Whether or not it was successful, it worked in the end, I actually have no idea. But it's going to be fun to find out. Now when you're trapping the villager in your hopper minecart, it's important, I think, if I remember correctly, to not remove the villager from its own minecart at first. So what you're gonna do is place a block, place a rail, place the hopper minecart, and then break this block, and it should fall on top of your villager's head. Then, from underneath, this should work. Break that thing, and it doesn't. Whoops. Alright, gonna try this again. So hopefully it should now fall onto the villager. Alright. And if I... Oh. Villager's out of its minecart. Alright. This time I have it for sure. So get the hopper minecart, place it on the track, and break the block underneath. It falls on top of the villager. Now, just break the villager's minecart, and there you go. Alright, now it's important to not let the villager escape. So don't want that there really. I'm gonna break this, and I'm wasting a lot of glass now. I'm gonna break this as well. And then... okay, there we go. Got that one there. Alright. So I'm gonna place another glass block over here just so that the villager can't jump up. Place a temporary block there for the same reason. And so... and then just repeat that. Just to ensure the villager doesn't jump out. Another temporary block here. And there we go. So now the villager shouldn't be able to escape. And its friends, once they're done farming all their crops here, and they've got a whole bunch and they're feeling frisky, they're gonna come over here. Maybe I'll put some blocks here to just funnel them in here. And they're gonna throw some blocks at this guy, some crops, and the minecart hopper should intercept it. Let's see. And yeah, there they are. So now to get some farmers in here. Now you should probably do this before you put your villager in here, but before I start, when I was considering the shape here, I didn't take in consideration hydrating the crops. But the configuration I've got set up here should do the trick. So I've got a water source under this half slab here, one beneath here, and one beneath here. So that should hydrate everything, if I'm correct, except these three. The reason you want half slabs in there is so that your villager doesn't fall into the water and jump out onto your crops here and break it. Then in the middle one you can put a composter on top of the half slab and any solid block on top of the composter so that the villager doesn't jump on top of it and when it falls off break your crops again. So then you should be able to plant anything you want your villager to farm in these crops, and he'll go ahead and farm it, and when he's got enough he'll chuck it at that guy over there and you'll have your crops. So this guy should be all set to get his farming on right now. So gonna break these blocks. You kind of want to get that back. I'm gonna do this without letting him get out as well. See, break those, and hopefully he'll maybe I should put a bed down here as well. I didn't take that into consideration. Otherwise he wouldn't well, I'll see. Maybe I don't need that, but if I do I'll put a bed down there because I think they have to see this as a village. I'm not sure. We'll see. I was just out looking for some more iron because I've run out, and I was mining some coal around here because I've run out of that as well, and I came across this. I was hearing the zombies, well, doing their zombie sounds, but I just assumed that there was a cave underneath where I was digging, but that's not the case. This is quite an interesting find though. Maybe I can get some iron from these guys. So I'm just gonna dig around. The chest is on the other side of this thing, so I'll just go there. Maybe I'll even find some iron in one of those chests, which would be pretty great. So let's see. Didn't count the number of blocks I need to go. On the other hand, I should just light it up as well. Can make an XP farm later. I do have enough, no, not much luck. I do have enough diamonds to actually make a diamond pick, but the rule is I can't make diamond picks. And it's kind of frustrating just digging with this iron pick. They break so fast and they dig so slow. I can barely stand it. Let's see what's in this guy. Not anything super great. Bones are always welcome. So I'm just gonna light this thing up. I'm gonna be back for it later. So I think it is basically done now. I ran into some trouble at the start, so at first I had a solid block at the entrance of this thing there on each side, and that didn't seem to work, so I replaced it with with trapdoors, and for some reason they still seem to be able to breed with the guy in the thing somehow, but it doesn't happen so often. So for some reason the hopper minecart doesn't intercept the food every time, but it does work mostly. It's just not as efficient as I'd hoped it would be, but it does work well enough. I am thinking of that I should probably make all of these farms the same crops, because as you can see they kind of cross plant here. Somehow some of these villagers manage to plant seeds across the through these walls, but it shouldn't be a problem. But maybe later on I'll just make everything the same. But despite not being the fastest farm, it will automatically make me some crops while I work around here. So I think while I wait for it to do its thing, I'm gonna start on my first merchant, which I think should be the toolsmith, so I can get some good tools, and I should find a good place to put him. And as long as I work close to here, I should be getting some crops, so it would be interesting to see what I get in how much time. I've realized that I could start trading with these farmer villagers so long, since while I'm building the smithy over there, and while I wait for them to fill the storage down there. But yeah, this way I can start getting some emeralds together, so I don't have to wait too long when I've got the smithy up and running. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I've already traded with the first one a bit, but now I don't know. None of them seem to want to buy carrots. Let's see about this guy. Nope. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough potatoes. Alright, got some potatoes for this guy, so we can get a few emeralds. Not enough though. Too bad they don't want to buy carrots, because I seem to have a lot more of those than potatoes. But we'll get one that wants carrots eventually. So here's the smithy so far. I must say I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I've decided to go with gravel for the floor, and I just had a random smithing table. But I still need to make spots for the toolsmiths to go, so I'm going to be working on that next. But in the meantime, just want to check on the farmers to see what they've done so far. I did come here just a while ago and was pretty good, and there was some bread in here that I took. So yeah, just caught them putting some beetroot in there. So it's doing pretty good. It wasn't that long. Hasn't been that long since I've checked it before, but I'm pretty impressed. So right now I'm gonna go get those toolsmiths set up. Alright, here's my first toolsmith. So I'm just gonna go grab some emeralds from here. I hope it didn't just change into something else. I did have some emeralds in here somewhere. Where did I put that? There they are. So I've just ran out of my last stone pick, and I've completely run out of iron. That's the last one I've got left. And it's taken a real long time to mine for it, so hopefully let's just buy these until he levels up, I guess. Alright, let's see. There he goes. So we can buy a bell. We can sell iron, which is definitely not something we're gonna do. So I need to level him up some more and see what I can get from him. Well, I think that's it for now. Did make a lot of progress. And I made this little house while I was waiting for some of the guys, the farmers, to gather some stuff for me. I made it for a cleric, I think, but for some reason this guy just really wants to be a mason. But I removed the stone cutter over there, because I think that's what was making him turn into a mason. But nothing has changed. I haven't traded with him yet. So hopefully he's just, I don't know, maybe he'll turn into a cleric soon. But then I can trade, I think, rotten flesh for emeralds, which will be cool. I think I found... Did I find a zombie spawner? I don't think so. But plenty of zombies to go around. In the meantime, I'm gonna wait for him to turn into a cleric. Still not. And gonna farm some of these stuff and watch the villagers farm, and then level up that toolsmith. But yeah, that's it for now.